Now, Yemen's Houthi militia has vowed to continue its attacks on Red Sea shipping after the US and Britain launched another round of airstrikes against it. Washington and London put out a joint statement saying they hit dozens of targets inside Yemen, including underground weapon depots, missile systems and launchers. The Houthis have attacked multiple vessels in the Red Sea since the beginning of the Israel-Hamas war in October. Well, let's bring in Gerald Firestein, a former US ambassador to Yemen. He's currently with the Middle East Institute in Washington, D.C. and joins us from Philadelphia. It's good to have you with us here on DW News. So how significant are these retaliatory strikes against the Houthis, and what impact do you think this will actually have on their operations in the Red Sea?
It's a pleasure to be with you again tonight. Certainly the U.S. and the U.K. know what they're striking at. I suspect there will be a battle damage assessment made. I would assume that we have hit the targets that we were aiming at. The issue is twofold. One, of course, is how much damage is that actually doing to their operations, to their facilities, to their equipment. And secondly, how difficult is it going to be for the Houthis to replace it? Because one of the things that I think people need to keep in mind is that as long as the Iranian resupply continues, most of this material is going to be fairly easily replaced. And I don't think it's going to affect Houthi operations substantially. It's certainly not going to eliminate their capacity to continue launching these strikes against shipping.
Right. Now, Jake Sullivan did not rule out the possibility of attacks inside Iran as well. Do you see that happening?
I think that would be a huge decision for the president to make because there's no question that Iran has the capacity to retaliate significantly against the U.S., against U.S. partners and allies. It's got formidable capacity on missiles, drones, other kinds of weapon systems. It's got a fairly modern air defense system so that U.S. attacks would not be without risk. I don't see that this is a decision the president is going to make unless something much more severe happens that challenges U.S. interests in the region.
And what do you think the United States is expected to do next going forward?
Well, I think, the president has said and his advisors have said that they're going to continue these efforts. I think they're going to continue to try to strike at capabilities for the Houthis in Yemen, as well as pro-Iranian militias in Iraq and Syria. If they can identify Iranian Revolutionary Guard facilities, particularly again in Iraq and Syria, they may strike at those. But again, I think that the president has been very clear in saying that he does not want to see this escalate into a full-blown regional conflict, and that is still going to limit the options that he has in front of him.